be. Without no regret, you got no love. Without no love, you got no regret. Without no regret, you got no love. A melody where I belong in this life.
Welcome to T-Boys TV. We're back again with another Hatter Show, episode 48, I believe it is. Let me double check. Yep, episode 48. And for the second time ever, my dad is not on the stream. He's very busy today. He's with his mate. As to get into the weekend, so he's just going out of him and that sort of thing. But he has sent a voice note. So obviously, when we discuss the game, which obviously we will be doing straight away because it is the first game of the season, I'll get into what he's got to say. But as you lot can see in the title, I'm joined with someone. And the funny thing is, actually, so it's the first game of the season, right? The first guest was actually this person as well on the Hatter Show. Harry, mate, how are we?
Let's go, mate. Buzzing. Honestly, buzzing. It's great to be back.
Yeah, no, it's definitely going to be good. Obviously, I reckon it's going to be a bit of a tighter game this time. And I'm sure you're the same. Obviously, we'll get into score predictions and that in a bit. But let's get into some comments first. Obviously, as you lot can see in the title, from a Luton aspect, I've put "Let's do it" for Matt. Obviously, unfortunately, this will be his last game. Something that is boss owned is obviously that his son will be walking out. That is brilliant. But yeah, obviously, unfortunate news. But big up players like Snodgrass as well. Obviously, come out and said he will give him his boots and a shirt from the playoffs as well. So that's pretty sick. And I see Luton done something today as well, let him go to the training ground. So, you know, it was a very good moment from him. But yeah, obviously, as you lot can see here, I've pinned it as well. What Ollie said in the 35th minute, we'll clap and chant Matt's name. So yeah, that's going to be a good moment, of course. And yeah, if you don't know about it already and you are going, please do get involved in it, which I'm sure you will anyway. And big up Taylor, he says, yes, T, big up yourself, mate. Big up Spencer as well. He says, hey, T, there's only one. Tyler Barber. Oh, God. And big up Kian, he says, yes, T. And big up Kian, because I saw that he was in the chat before that. So, yeah, big up yourself, mate. But Harry, mate, obviously, I predicted this game right. Do you know what I mean? In the aspect where I said first game of the season, I have a feeling we'll get you lot at our ground as well. I just had that gut feeling and it ended up being right. How are you feeling going into this one regarding the business you've done as well and all that sort of thing?
Well, to be fair, before we've actually signed players, not confident, I'm not going to lie. But, of course, we've signed a few players, pretty decent. Looks good in pre-season. Quite surprised how well we've looked in pre-season, if I'm being honest. Of course, last week played Vallecano at home, 2-2 draw. Realistically, should have won that if it weren't for John Ruddy's mistakes, which, of course, is a new signing, which isn't really great. But, you know, we had goalkeeper Matty Sarkic on loan from Wolves last season and needed the same in pre-season, but turned out to be an amazing goalkeeper for us until he got injured and then he went back to them in January. But, yeah, I'm quite confident-ish. Like, obviously, you can't be fully confident because, you know, Luton are a good team. Let's be real. You're going to want retribution after the 2 games last season. I think you lot will be really up for it. I think Blues will be really up for it. And to be honest, I think the Blues players will be up for it because, of course, loads of people writing Blues off this season, putting them like 23rd, 24th, if people predicting. So, you know, I think they're going to want to prove a point.
Yeah, no, I totally understand where you're coming from. Obviously, I'm one of them when I was doing my championship predictions yesterday. That I actually think you'll survive. I think you'll still be in and around it, but I think you've made steps in progress by getting rid of that manager and like you said, bringing in signings that, you know, most of your fans seem to be happy about, which is a positive sign because obviously it's been difficult for you lot to obviously be happy with everything that's been going on in and around the club. So yeah, no, that's fair enough. Obviously, you know, like you said as well, obviously we will want retribution after them 2 games last season. Flipping hell. God, it's just one of them, isn't it? Really. Obviously, I'll be real. The home game, we definitely deserve to lose. I felt we deserved to even score a few, and then the away game, just capitulation. The manner we conceded them goals from a Luton aspect was just terrible.
Yeah.
Obviously, Lyle Taylor, a player we don't like, scored as well, literally straight away in the second half. It was a nightmare. But yeah, I'm going to get into some more comments. Yes, Ty, too excited now. Yep, trust me, it's good. It's good that the championship's going to be back. It's felt like it's been a lot longer than it really has. But I just think that's because loads of us are just wanting it to come back ASAP. Big up Spencer, he says, come on, you Hatters. Big up Ollie says, good luck tomorrow. Yep, likewise for you lot as well. Robbie says, hoping for another 5 or 3-0. No, hopefully not.
No, happening.
Big up Chris. Big up Chris. He says, evening lads, hope you're well. Big up yourself, mate. And Taylor clutched a ticket the day before. So there you go. That's boss. Robbie, no chance. There you go. They're going there. So yeah, there you go. That's that sort of thing. In the discussion that we mentioned. The next thing I'm going to ask you before we get a bit more into the game, what are your expectations this season for Birmingham?
I think first and foremost it'll be stay up. With considering, I think when you look at the league properly, I think this is going to be a really hard season. I mean, to be fair, it's hard to predict who you think is going to go down. I mean, at first when I was doing my championship predictions, I ain't done a YouTube video for it. Obviously, just done it in general because of Lewis's channel and that, and we're involved in that. At first, I thought the top was tough, and I was finding that tough. But then when I looked at the more of the bottom end from I don't know, 15th and below, or just even teams to put there in general, I found it really difficult. So
yeah,
I think first and foremost that has to be the priority, is just to stay up. Hopefully the ownership will eventually get sorted. I mean, by next season at the latest, I would hope. But yeah, I think staying up. But also, I would love it if the Blues players could surprise everybody. It would just lift everyone. I mean, we've got a bit of a lift recently with obviously new players coming in, John Eustace, new manager. Hopefully, no more depressing tactics like Bowyer did, which I'm sure, from what I've seen and from what I've heard, it's positive. So, has to be staying up. But I would take somewhere like 16th, I think would be all right, to be fair, considering the teams in the division this season and compared to what we've done in previous seasons.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. Where did I put you lot again? I can't even remember. Wasn't it 19th or something like that?
Some 18th, 19th, I think.
Like I said, I know a lot of people, some people here in the comments as well, are putting you lot in the relegation zone. Like I said, my personal opinion, I think you've made a step in progress by getting rid of that manager. And like I said, with the players as well, you're signing, your fans seem to be happy about them. Don't get me wrong, I don't know too much about them. But, if you're starting to feel a bit more positive, then surely that's a good sign if you understand what I'm saying in that aspect.
Yeah.
But big up Spencer. I'm going to get in some more comments. He says, like and subscribe, folks. Yeah, please do if you haven't already. Chris says, just my usual self as always. That's good. That's good. Robbie says, win the league unbeaten. Birmingham, Reading and Rotherham is who Stephen's gone with to go down. I had Birmingham to go down, but I did my predictions before the takeover. Yeah, to be fair, you did do yours a while ago, a couple of weeks ago, wasn't it? Everyone is writing us off. Can't wait to prove everyone wrong. What else is there? Big up the waist. He says, come on, my guys. Big up yourself. British chap ducking. Okay. I was like, what's he on about there? And then, I know, get it. Kian's loving the Bakuna, bit of the Bakuna chant, which I'm sure we'll hear tomorrow. Yeah, there you go. There you go. But overall thoughts going into this one. Obviously, you briefly said, you feel it's going to be a tough game. But yeah, how are you feeling really?
I think it's a game where, to be honest, we haven't lost on the opening day for God knows how long, and it comes a point where that will come to an end, I'm afraid to say, because it does happen. It comes to an end. I remember a Premier League team was the exact same. I can't remember the team, but I remember they were always unbeaten on the opening day, and then the last season or season before, even the season before, I can't remember. I know that record stopped. So I think for tomorrow it'd be all about not losing. For me, if I'm being honest, it would be a positive to come away from a good Luton team who were in the playoffs last season. And you got to be realistic. It's not going to be 3-5-0. That was a one-off. It's not going to happen again. So I think we've all just got to be realistic, and I would take a draw, but I am, like I say, I'm a lot more confident than what I was before the signings come in. I think if we hadn't barely signed anyone, I think you'd beat us easily. It's a shame that obviously Christian Bielik is coming in on loan from Derby for the season, but hasn't been confirmed yet. Hopefully, will be very soon. But I was hoping that might get over the line by like midday today, so he could at least be in the squad for tomorrow, which would have been a bigger positive because he's a very good player. But yeah, I think we can go. I think we can go to Luton tomorrow and at least get a draw from the game. I think.
Fair enough. No, that's fair enough. Obviously, I remember you saying to me personally when you weren't really signing anyone, you just essentially feared that you could go down.
Yeah, I agree. Honestly, we ain't signed anyone. I'd say rock bottom.
Yeah. I remember you saying that. So yeah, that's fair enough. It's first game of the season. Do you know what I mean? And like you said, obviously it was a different manner, but you got points off us last season. So why can't you do it now? Why can't you do it now? British chap, he says, excited for tomorrow, even though I can't bloody go. Yep, obviously get well soon, mate. Do you know what I mean? That is gutting. What the hell's going on? The flag just wants to start moving all over the gaff. But there we go. Yep, no, absolutely. In all seriousness, good luck apart from tomorrow and the reverse fixture. As long as there's tennis balls on the pitch, we'll win. Oh my days. But yeah, my overall thoughts going into it, I do think it's going to be a difficult game, of course. You can't underestimate anyone in Championship. I do think obviously it will be different regarding scores this time. I do think, the way we've brung in extra sort of, players is really going to benefit us, especially with there being 5 substitutions this year, especially attacking wise. Obviously a lot last season. Nathan Jones come out and said we was a lot reliant on Adebayo at times, and obviously now with us bringing in the likes of Woodrow, Morris, I think even Pierre's got to start, being on the bench at least, in my personal opinion, especially after how he's been after pre-season. He just looks like he wants to get kick-started, really. You see glimpses of what he can produce when he's been coming on or even starting in pre-season. So, and the thing is, they'll still have players that can hurt us, definitely. But I'm also a little bit more positive because I don't have the likes of, Lyle Taylor to score against us, how he always does. And obviously Chong last time, I don't really want to talk about what happened too much there. But like I said, I've still got players that can definitely do stuff against us, like the likes of Bakuna, a midfielder I do really rate, to be fair. So, it's going to be a difficult one. I'm also a bit more positive because it is at home. Obviously, last season we did actually only lose 4 in the league at home. Obviously, one of them was Birmingham. So yeah, I'm a bit more positive, to be fair. And after, I don't want to base it too much on pre-season, but like just the results like the one last week, against West Ham, they put out a fairly strong side, other than probably 1 or 2 players that don't really start. Other than that, it's pretty much their first team. The performance we put up against them as well, we definitely deserve to get a draw, I would say. Maybe not win, just stuff like that. And we look really good in that game. Like I said, it is a pre-season, just the players just look ready to go. is the way I could really analyse that, to be quite honest with you. So, yeah, I'm quietly confident, but I know what Birmingham can do, especially to us. But like I said, I think it will be a little bit different this time round, obviously, regarding a mad score. So, yeah, let's get into some other comments quickly. Ollie saying, Harry, are you going?
Yep. Yeah, mate. To be fair, I'm not gonna lie, I got very lucky with tickets, to be honest.
Yeah, no, that's good that you've got one. That is very good. I will be going as well. Obviously, I know you didn't ask me, but I know somebody will. I will be going. I will be going with Alex. Big up Alex yet again. And Harry, what's your thoughts on your takeover?
Um, to be honest, I don't even think about it until something's confirmed because I'm just fed up of all the hype of it. To be fair,
Yeah,
saying one thing, then something else happens, then something else comes out. So to be fair, I more or less I think about it, but obviously I don't think about it in the sense of I don't get excited. That I just wait for it to be officially confirmed before I even believe it. To be fair,
fair enough. No, that's fair enough. Fair enough. Dion looks hungry. Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. He just looks raring to go. And I should actually be getting one of my shirts signed by him soon. So that's boss. Big up Lennon, obviously MK Dons fan. Do you know what I mean? One of the rare fans they have. Let's get that one in. He says, yo, Dons to win 5-0 tomorrow. I can't even remember who they're playing. They're playing like Cambridge or someone like that. Jeez. I think it's Cambridge. It's someone like that. Someone like that sort of way. Robbie says, all these players he reckons will run riot. Will run riot. Can't even speak. Will Deeney start? Obviously, we're getting to lineups. So will he start?
yeah. To be honest,
Yeah.
I still don't really rate Dini. Other than the assist he did for Bacuna in the Vallecano game, I thought his chasing down of players was shit. Oh no, I don't usually swear, but I'm starting to get sick of it now with him. To be
Yeah.
fair,
Nah,
like
fair enough.
he's got a point to prove, and he's got fit, and I give him credit for that, and it's fair play to him, and he could have a really good season. But to be fair, I can't really say a lot because I have only gone to one pre-season game because of one-off Saturday work commitments and stuff. So I can't really comment, but he needs to prove himself this season. It's a big game, massive
Yeah.
game, and he does want to prove everyone wrong, and I hope he does. But we'll see. But he will
And
start tomorrow. It'll be him and Hogan up front to start, I reckon.
yeah, no, definitely. And as Robbie says here, he'll be up for it definitely because obviously it's against Luton. Obviously, you know how our fans are with him. We'll get into that. Obviously, we'll get into goal scorers when we go to predictions and all of that. We'll start doing that a lot this year, by the way. British chap versus Tyler called off due to illness. Yeah, exactly. Ollie says he's going. Nice. Boo, don't. Yeah, there you go. Boo, don't mention that man, scum. But yeah, there we go. But yeah, let's get into lineups. Obviously, like I said, my dad sent a voice note, so we'll get into his very shortly. But Harry, mate, I'll let you go first with the lineup that you would go with for Birmingham.
I haven't really thought about this, so I'll do it off the top of my head. So in goal, probably Ruddy. I'd give him that benefit of the doubt for those mistakes in that pre-season game. So I go Ruddy in goal, left wing back Placheta, centre backs Sanderson, Austin Trusty, Mark Roberts, right wing back Colin. Then in the midfield, Bacuna, James, and Ryan Woods. And then up front would be Hogan and Deeney.
Cool. Fair enough. Let me just go for his. Yeah, like I said, with mine, what I'll do is I'll put my dad's voice note on and see if I agree with it. T, why have you said it like that? Big up yourself anyway, Wolf. Big up yourself anyway. I don't know if that's spell check or he's fully violated me like that. He probably has. But yeah, anyway, I'll get into what my dad said. It's only a minute and 14 seconds. So yeah, I'll pause it at each sort of bit as well if I need to.
Hi guys, big up everyone locked in to the Hatter Show on T-Boys TV. I'm just going to say a few of my thoughts about the upcoming game against Birmingham.
Oh, sorry, flipping WhatsApp. That's the only thing I hate about it.
Against Birmingham, lineup and score prediction. We've got such a good in-depth squad now. It's hard to even pick a first 11. I'm pretty confident that we're going to do well this time against Birmingham, and we should get a good result. So my lineup, I'm going on with Ethan in goal.
Let me pause it one by one. I'd definitely go Ethan. It's pretty obvious to me that he's going to be the starter. Look at his performance against West Ham as well. They nearly got a goal which would have put them 2-0 up, which would have been a very... it's just been a gutting goal to concede because he tried clearing it away, hit our own player, and then Antonio was one-on-one. He done a really good save as well from someone else. Can't remember who it was. Like I said, he wants to get in the USA team for the World Cup. He's the only keeper we've got on loan. So it makes sense to start him. So definitely there. Oh, what's going on with this? Oh, this flipping thing. Do you want to play?
Ethan in goal.
Oh, it's flipping. Hold up. Why is it so quiet now? What's going on here then? Hold up. Let me go through some comments while I try to sort this out. That's what Robbie would go with. A 3-4-1-2. And there you go. They're all the players he would go with. So you start Deeney as well. That's what I'm seeing from that as the standout for me. Big up James.
I was going to choose Everidge, but I know something about Neil Everidge. There's a reason why I don't think he'll even probably play a game for Blues in the league this season again, because if he does, his wages, there's a clause in his contract where his wages go up. So, yeah, that he'll probably be in the cup games, to be honest, unless he agrees a new contract and it goes lower. So, yeah. Which is obviously, if you're a player of Neil Everidge at Birmingham City, you're not gonna hire. You're gonna try and get bigger wage, which we don't need. We want to get players off the wage as it is. So.
Yeah, I have sorted the audio out, but I will just go through some comments. Big up James, obviously Brentford fan. He says 2-0 Luton, he reckons. Early goal by Woodrow and Cornick just after the break. Fair enough. I've seen a lot of people have gone with 2-0 as well to Luton. I have a feeling Luton will win this one, even though Blues play them off the park most games.
It was 2 games.
Yeah, it's just... we just want to capitulate when we play Birmingham for some reason. It's WhatsApp. When your screen just goes dark, like when you're trying to play a note or something like that. Ollie's gone 4-4-2. So a lot of people go in different formations, to be fair.
He won't play a 4. Eustace won't play a 4-4-2. He'll play like a 3-5-2, whatever you want to call it. So he'll play with wing back. Okay. So.
But yeah, again, he's gone Deeney. It's pretty much the same sort of lineup, sort of thing, other than a few players. Many times, yeah, that's what I mean. But anyway, it is working now, so let's go back to it. I'm not going to put it exactly where I put it.
This time against Birmingham.
This bit you've already heard, but
we should get a good result. So my lineup, I'm going on with Ethan in goal. Yeah. I'm going to have 4-4-2. So I'm going to have Bell.
Yeah, I'm going to go over 4-4-2 as well. It's a bit obvious we will be playing a different formation going into this season because we haven't got someone that's replaced Naismith, essentially. That's the only position we haven't really done anything in. So, yeah, I'm going to go over 4-4-2 as well.
On the left, Bradley and Burke in the middle.
Yeah, so obviously Bell on the left, definitely. A lot of people say maybe Doherty, but obviously I'll see... Well, you lot will hear what I'll say in a minute. And then Bree on the right, of course.
Bree on the right. Midfield, and we have Doughty.
Oh, yeah, and he said, obviously, Bradley and Burke at the back. I would go with them. I did think in spells, Lockyer did look a little bit shaky in pre-season, and I feel Burke and Bree work very well. Sometimes you see Burke higher up than Bree, so I'd definitely go with them. And Sonny Bradley, he's the captain. So, that's a bit obvious there.
Kind of on the left, Campbell and Berry, and then in front of them, I'm looking to have Jordan Clark.
Yeah, so obviously on the left, so that's exactly what I'm thinking. Put Doherty in that midfield, so in front, and then put Clark. I'm going to go Clark on the right. I feel he's got to start every game. He's not putting in 100%. He's putting in 110%. And then Campbell, that's an obvious starter. And Berry, yeah, I reckon we should go with Berry. Obviously, looked very good at the start of last season as well. Obviously, I didn't think he was championship quality. And he proved me wrong by scoring some really good goals in aspects. Vital goals as well. Look at Blackburn away. There's a lot of other games as well. So, yeah, definitely go with them as the midfield.
With Adebayo and Cornick up front. I think it's going to...
So, yeah, I'd literally agree with that lineup. I literally echo that lineup, to be quite honest with you. So, yeah.
Do you still have Ruddock Panzer or not?
Yeah, but he's still injured. He's been injured ever since that playoff. No, not that playoff game. Sorry, that league game against Huddersfield. He's been injured ever since then.
That's a big miss, to be fair.
I maybe potentially would. Now I know he's been a bit shaky in spells last season. I used to give the ball away very silly and that sort of thing. But I think if he was available, I think even Nathan Jones would pick him, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, let's see the next bit. What he said.
It's going to be a close game. I don't think. It's going to be a bit cagey and stuff. But I think we're going to grind out a win. I think we're going to get a 1-0 result. So,
yeah, he's similar to me when I've said my little overall thoughts. He reckons it will be a close game. He reckons it'll be cagey at times. I can see that. I can see that, to be fair. But, yeah, obviously he's gone with a 1-0. So there you go. That's my dad's prediction. Let's get into some comments quickly. Well, I got to head to work. No worries. Take care, everyone. Good luck to the Hats tomorrow. Big up yourself, Spencer. Cheers for tuning in. Clark, Campbell, Berry, Dion. Yeah, potentially. Morris and Adebayo. I think he'll be more of a player that comes on, personally, Morris. But fair enough. But yeah, obviously we'll get into score predictions now. Harry, mate, how do you see this one going?
Either a decent draw or Luton will edge it, and that's just me being honest. I'm going to go with the same prediction as I gave yesterday on Lewis's channel. So 2-2. I think we'll take the lead, and then I think you will end up scoring 2 before half time as well, and you'll be up in the half time, and then I think we'll just come back and get a draw in the second half. Do you want me to give goal scorers or?
Yeah, give goal scorers. And just quickly before you do that, my dad's goal scorer is Doherty. I need to get used to saying his surname, but there you go.
Before I say the goal scorers anyway, I think a key battle tomorrow is Placheta against Jamesbury. I think that's a big battle in terms of Blues getting success in the creative parts. Because if Placheta can get past him, which of course we know, Jamesbury, ex-Villa player, is a decent player, had a good season last season. I'm just really intrigued to see that battle for some reason. And intrigued to see who comes out on top. But I think most of our chances could come from Placheta's creativity and someone like Bacuna, for example. And from your side, probably players Mamari Bell on the left, Bree on the right, bombing from fullback. I just know that's going to be the case. So we're going to have to be careful of that. So I think I could see it being cautious, but at times I can see it opening up as well, which is why I think it'll be a 2-2. But as goal scorers, I reckon Luton, probably Adebayo, and I said to you yesterday, it's got it written all over it that it'll be Jamesbury at the score. So we'll go for Adebayo and Jamesbury. And then for Blues, I reckon a Bacuna screamer. I've been anything in it all week. And then who will score the winner? Might go for Deion Sanderson.
You mean the equaliser?
Yeah, the equaliser that feels like a winner, I should say.
Now, fair enough. Fair enough. As for my score prediction, like I said, I'm more confident. Like I said, I still think it will be a tough game, of course. I'm going to back the boys to get 3 points in their first game. I'm going to go with a 2-1 Luton. So, yeah, as for goal scorers, I do reckon Bakuna will score, to be fair for them. And as for us, I'm going to go Doherty. I feel he was exceptional against West Ham. You know, he was trying to create stuff. And, you know, I think he could be on the end of getting a goal come tomorrow. And I reckon Adebayo will score as well. He's looking very sharp. Again, looked very good against West Ham. You know, there was a pass to him. I can't remember who passed it. But then he controlled it down nicely. Like, his touch is just unreal. And then he just played it forward. And it was, I think it was when Cornick nearly scored or something like that. But, yeah, I'm going to go over 2-1 to Luton. So there you go. There you go. Just like that. It is done. Obviously, it's not been overly long. But obviously, it is first game of the season. There's nothing to talk about before. So there you go. There you go. That is the Hatters Show episode 48 done. And, yeah, the next one will obviously be next week when obviously we react to this game and preview Burnley, which obviously I will be going to as well. What a first away day to go to, eh, of the new season. But, yeah, big up yourself, Harry, for coming on. Where can the people find you?
Yeah, Brummie on tour, my YouTube name, of course, guys. Most of you already know that. Social medias, Twitter at Brummie_on_tour. And of course, without the at, it's exactly the same on the Instagram as well. So yeah, we'll do that. Be massively appreciated, and hope everyone's teams, if you're a support of the EFL, goes well tomorrow. It's great to be back, buzzing. I mean, to be fair, I'm even just buzzing for tonight's game. To be fair, it's just great.
Yeah, I'm doing a watch along. I was like, flip it. Yeah. Do you know what? I don't really swear like this, but fuck it. Do you know what I mean? Let's do a watch along to it. Do you know what I mean? I'm actually intrigued to see how it goes. Obviously, new managers as well. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting one.
It's going to be good, and up the Blues, and hopefully we can continue this positivity that we've had in pre-season. And you know, even if it isn't the result we want tomorrow, just if we can see a performance, you know, that would be a big positive against, like I say, a good Luton team who had a good season last season.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Fair enough. As long as they put in 100%, essentially, is what you're saying there. So yeah, obviously, there you go. There you go. Obviously, I've put Harry's channel name in the title. So if you just click on that, boss, you can subscribe. His Twitter is in the description as well. But yeah, big up Kieran. Obviously, Luton fan. He says, let's do it for Matt. Luton. But yeah, no, let's absolutely do it for Matt. That would be brilliant. But yeah, like I said, that is episode 48 of the Hatters Show done. Like I said, we'll be back again for episode 49 next week. Sure, it'll be the same time and the same day probably. But yeah, like I said as well, I will be doing a watch along to Huddersfield versus Burnley. I will be going live around about 10 to 8. That is all scheduled now. So if you do want to come on that, that would be much appreciated. And if you can, of course. And yeah, it should be a good first game. So yeah, obviously I'll get into my score predictions and what I think of that when it comes to that. And Kean says, up the Blues, up the town. You know what I mean? But, until next time, big up yourself again, Harry, for coming on. But yeah, until next time, take care and peace.